I could have been like them and snitches, but it's against my own personal beliefs. It's pointing the finger at other people, man. And they know it. They know it.
Former bandito Bill feels Merla shouldn't have been given the shaft by the gang.
He was a good person.
And his friend, championship boxer Robert Quiroga, got out of control when Merla stabbed Quiroga nearly 15 times.
Once I saw blood, that was it. There was no stopping me then.
It took quite a while before we finally did go down. He tried to stagger out and get to his truck, which was out on the street.
Merla fled the scene. It never occurred to him that this night would mark the beginning of his downfall.
So after all that happened, I just got in my truck and took off. I didn't know he was dead till the next morning when it came on in the news.
It was senseless. No mercy. I don't think anybody deserves to be stabbed 18 times in the back.
I'll be straight up, you know. I don't have to lie. He was a good dude. He helped me out. He helped a lot of banditos out in San Antonio. But that one night, he let the alcohol take over, and it cost him his life.
Police quickly issued a warrant for Merla's arrest. He figured the banditos would rally around him. Merla hadn't counted on two developments. One was the outpouring of public grief when news of Quiroga's gruesome death came out. The second was the banditos' allegiance to Quiroga, a local hero.
When Merla stabbed him to death, that was the ultimate affront to the club.
In a press conference, San Antonio's top bandito, John Portillo, the man Merla says chose him to be his sergeant-at-arms, was quick to distance himself and the banditos from Merla.
This was not an action of our club. We do not condone this. This was the act of a coward that is no longer a member of this motorcycle club.
Merla surrendered to the police.
No cop.
The prosecuting attorney, Jim Wheat, immediately went to work, building a case against the man who killed one of the city's favorite sons.
This would be about the same length, about almost the exact same size as the knife that Merle used. We never did find the weapon.
There was no weapon, but the prosecutor had plenty of evidence. Wheat had testimony, Merla's truck, his DNA, and the victim's corpse.
One cut wound on his face. You can see on his back that there are a couple of different knife wounds on his shoulder, one on the top of the back.
It was either him or me. Because this cut on my leg would have went in centimeters deeper. It would have busted the main artery, and I wouldn't be sitting here in this interview today.
The physical evidence led the prosecution to shrug off Merla's claim that he had committed the murder in self-defense.
If you just want to stab somebody once or twice and try to get away to your truck, that's one thing. You know, that could be a self-defense case. When you stab somebody 20 times, it's because you hate them and you want them dead.
They also noted blood patterns.
There was a struggle. It's all Robert's blood, you know, where the attack happened. Merla doesn't start bleeding until he's actually leaving and walking away from the scene.
Prosecutors concluded that none of Merla's injuries had been inflicted by Quiroga. Instead, the location of the cuts suggested they occurred as a result of the knife slipping from Merla's hand while stabbing Quiroga. The trial was set to begin on September 12, 2005. To the prosecution's surprise, Merla's attorney asked for a plea bargain before the trial even began.
He walked in with his attorney on Monday morning when the jury's coming up, and he said, hey, can we work this out? We want to work out a plea. I said, are you kidding?
The reason for the plea, Merla had gotten word the state had filed new charges for a stabbing he allegedly committed 2 years earlier. Merla agreed to plead no contest to the Quiroga murder in exchange for dropping the new charges. He was sentenced to 40 years in prison. Merla claims the banditos broke their own code and ratted him out for an earlier murder. The 2002 rest stop killing of Roberto Lara, the man Merla shot 11 times in retaliation for a bandito's death.
I took the rat. Took all the rat.
Merla claimed he was simply following the